Yo, what's up? This is Too Short, and you're tuned in to hiphopwired.com. That was I'm at XXL, and I'm in on a media run where you just go from spot to spot to spot. I probably have been to MTV in several places that day, and I'm just running the spiel, and kind of, I didn't expect the big picture of what happened, but for the short version, I kind of went up in there, and I had been doing these interviews, and some people have been asking me stuff like, some stuff like about pimping and stuff. And I'm just like flowing, and I've never been to New York and anybody said something about some pimping or something. And I don't really do a lot of interviews where I discuss the content of the songs, Like, I really don't get off into this, like, hey, Too Short, tell us about sex or something. I'm really not into that, but this particular time, I was given the notion that this was gonna be some sort of comedy situation that this was used for the website or whatever. And I kind of heard what he asked me to do. I was like, okay, I'm gonna give you a little throwback on my experience, how I came up, And I'm throwing this little story that was later to be found out it was like really, really, really foul, Like it was exactly what it said it was. It was bad advice, first of all, because I didn't know they were gonna post it as Too Short's fatherly advice, but it was bad advice if it was supposed to be that. And then it was something that you really wouldn't want to put that message out there to land on the wrong ears. The first thing I did was I heard about it. I'm like, fuck, man, it's like some comedy shit. Like, who can get mad over that shit? And I kind of like brushed it off for a little while. And then I'm looking on the computer, and it's like really upsetting people. So I'm like, I need to explain that this was like a joke. Let me throw this out here. Throw this back out there like this is a joke, and let it go. So I wrote this long ass little statement and sent it to my folks, and they kind of chopped it up a little bit, and it wasn't really an apology. It was just a statement. It was an explanation more like, and they chopped it up and turned it into like this kind of an apology or something. Just kind of made it like to me it sounded like sounded kind of political, like a political statement. I'm just not really like grasping the reality of what took place. Like, I'm kind of, on the defensive side. And I'm reading that people are, listening to this sound bite or whatever. The video didn't really float around, but they got the sound. And what they were zoning in on was this whole description of what appears to be a sexual assault. So I reached out to Dream Hampton, and we had a conversation where, I was very remorseful, and I was really trying to make it better. And I knew right from the start, I'm like, this is not something that I should try to redeem myself. Like, I could go blame XXL could blame me, whatever, but this still happened. And I'm like, I could tell you instantly that not even that it went out, but even the fact that I did it was just, that shit was just wrong on every level. So I'm talking to Dream, and she's explaining to me that, from a feminist point of view, that what I was saying was really a sexual assault description. I could call the music entertainment all I want, but when you sit around, you putting stuff out there, you gotta, you really gotta be careful. I could have said that 20 years ago, and it might have been whatever. But this is the social media days, this is the digital age. Everything you do is going out there, and it's going out there, whether it's negative or positive, especially if it's negative, it's going out there. So I feel like on one end, I was being irresponsible trying to be funny, and it wasn't funny. On another end, I walked in there and did something really stupid and learned a lot from it. So I'm like, in my world, I just feel like I'm bigger than to sit there and be on the defense and say, man, that's some bullshit. I was just joking. Fuck that. But on the other side, it's like you put out some bad energy, dog. So you gotta turn around and put out some good energy. So in return, I just feel like I owe a little community service. I take it as a wake up call. Like be a little more responsible, and then go out there and do right as far as reversing this wrong thing I did. So That's where I'm at with that. That's real serious to me too, because it kind of hurt my feelings that it went out that way. Like it's like rape classes and stuff, and I'm like, what the hell are y'all talking about? But